You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hacking Humans podcast, where each week we look behind the social engineering scams, phishing schemes, and criminal exploits that are making headlines and taking a heavy toll on organizations around the world. I'm Dave Bittner, and joining me is Joe Kerrigan. Hey, Joe.
Hi, Dave.
And our N2K colleague and host of the T-Minus Space Cyber Briefing, Maria Vermazis. Maria.
Hi, Dave, and hi, Joe.
We've got some good stories to share this week, but first, let's get into some follow-up. We got a couple things here this week, don't we, Joe?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Why don't you read the first one, Dave?
Okay.
This is Bob, and he wrote in to correct me.
Yeah, Bob wrote in to say, Joe is a big stinky jerk.
Right.
Oh, use that 11.
He didn't say that. I said that, so this will seem much less harsh.
Right.
Walk that one back. Yeah.
Right.
No. Bob wrote, it was a kind note from Bob. Bob said, in episode 393 of Hacking Humans, Joe was talking about how TP-Link routers were more vulnerable because unlike Netgear and other router manufacturers, TP-Link does not sunset their routers. Bob says, I've used Netgear routers for over 20 years, and I've never had a Netgear router stop working when Netgear ended support for any model. I found no manufacturer, consumer or enterprise, Netgear, TP-Link, ASUS, or otherwise, that has a stated policy of disabling or bricking a router once it reaches end of support. End of support universally just means updates stop. The hardware keeps running on its last firmware. The only real-world case of routers or hardware going dead were unintentional or involved companies explicitly shutting down a cloud service the device depended on, not a manufacturer saying, your router no longer works as a matter of policy. So on the specific factual claim, Joe is incorrect. Joe?
Bob is right. Here's the thing. I could have sworn I heard somebody say out there that NetLink routers eventually, after they go end of life, they will brick themselves.
Okay.
And I don't know where I heard that. And you know what? I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
So apparently I heard that from some fly-by-night nonsense source, probably somebody wearing a tinfoil hat and a conspiracy theorist, because I can't find any evidence of it. So
To be fair, it feels plausible.
It does.
Feels like it could happen. Just in the cynical age in which we live, that would be a thing that could happen.
Yes, and I have bricked my Netgear router doing a software update, but that was just doing a software
That's
update.
different. That's you doing it. That's different.
I think it's a bad update because when I called Netgear and told them about it, they were like, we'll just send you another router.
I see.
Literally, that's what happened. They sent me another router.
Yeah. I did respond to Bob's email, and the only thing that I thought of was that almost simultaneous to you talking about this on the show, we had a story on the Cyberwire about, I think, a few thousand routers in Australia that had been issued to Australian citizens to kind of monitor internet bandwidth and usage around the country.
Well, that makes me feel great.
Well, I mean, they were done like beacons, just to see if everything was up and running and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When that program ended, the government bricked those routers intentionally. And people were upset because rather than just ending the program and letting the routers still function as routers,
right,
as Bob says, which is what pretty much everybody does, they were intentionally bricked. So I don't know, who knows, there's some kind of liability issue or whatever. But
yeah,
that's the only time I've heard of that. So anyway, I was thinking, I'm throwing you a rope here, Joe, that maybe you got your wires crossed.
No, I'm serious. I know I heard this from somebody because right now I'm looking into DDWR or OpenWRT for my router that's out of support. Rather than buying a new router, I'm just going to put OpenWRT on it, which will have software updates for as long as the project is around.
Yeah.
So the security concern will be resolved, and I don't have to go out and buy money, and it's fun to do. I like to do it.
Yeah.
Again, I will say, if you're not the kind of person that likes to tinker like this, just go buy yourself a new router.
Yeah.
And have the best security. So no, I don't think I have my wires crossed here. But I know maybe somebody on one of those videos I was watching made that accusation. And, that's just some guy in his basement. So,
right.
Okay.
Bob was right.
Well, yeah, Bob's right. Bob's correct.
Bob, thank you for the correction.
Mea culpa.
We do appreciate it.
Right.
All right. What's next, Joe? You have a little musical follow-up?
Yeah. I wanted to wait for Maria to get back on this. I want to talk about X Japan.
Oh, my God. Is this real life? Okay, I'm here.
Yeah. Maria, you were correct. That singer is divisive, and I fall on the I do not like that singer side of.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Thing.
Yeah.
I will say the rest of the band, pretty kick ass, pretty good music.
So do they have any instrumentals?
They do actually.
and here's another thing. I am not like I was never a big fan of a lot of like there's like all kinds of Swedish metal bands that sing in Swedish and European. I've never been able to enjoy music that is not in English. Just because part of me listening to the music is understanding what's trying to be communicated, and if I don't speak the language, I can't. I really view music holistically. I want to hear and experience every part of it, including the lyrics. And if I can't really experience that part, then the music carries a lot less for me.
Yep.
This is why you don't have season tickets to the opera.
Right. Yeah. That's an excellent point. And, there are a few subgenres of music that I really don't like. Like I'm not a big fan of death metal.
Yeah.
And for the same reason. And I have a whole diatribe I go on about this. Mumble rap is essentially the death metal of the rap world. It comes in, you can't understand a word anybody's saying, and it totally ruins the entire genre, right? Okay. And then generally like pop country, I can't stand that, and then opera, I can't listen to that. But just about everything else I can listen to. Oh, and reggae, I don't like that song.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, but that's it. Everything else, fair game. And there's a lot of other stuff. And for some reason, like this doesn't translate to folk music. Like if there's some kind of like folk music, I will listen to that, even though I can't understand a word they're saying.
Oh.
It's weird. I don't know, Dave. Oh. But for popular music, I need it to be in English.
All right. Well,
that's
moving
fair.
on.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry. Everybody gets a look into the twisted mind of Joe.
That's right. All right. We got one more bit of listener feedback here. What do we got here, Joe?
This was sent to me by Tony on LinkedIn, who is a security engineer. He goes, "Hey, Joe, how you been? I really enjoy the N2K podcast over the past several years, and Hacking Humans has been a particular favorite because of how informative it is. Your podcasts are among the most professional and insightful ones out there. You, Dave, and Maria make an incredible team." So
that's very nice.
Thank you, Tony. That is very nice. In my job, we recently investigated a business email compromise event and vendor payment diversion scam that targeted a local government. I thought your listeners would find it valuable. The attacker impersonated a county planner using publicly available planning and zoning information, including a legitimate case number, to make permit-related payment requests appear authentic. The email followed the normal government procedure or processes and terminology, and it was pretty convincing. It claimed a $5,000 review fee was required and instructed the recipient to request wire instructions by email.
Okay, $5,000 review fee. Holy cow.
I have never had. I've actually gone over and applied for permits. And when they look at your stuff, that's free.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's different if you're like building a skyscraper or something. Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, potentially, I suppose. I'm thinking it's like a shed in the backyard. I'm like, $5,000? Good Lord.
Yeah. I found out that if my shed is of a certain size, I don't need a permit where I live now.
Okay.
Which is cool because I'm probably going to build a shed after I'm done with this coop. Several warning signs stood out. The attacker insisted on email-only communication, refused standard government payment methods, and ultimately convinced the victim to wire funds to what appeared to be a personal bank account rather than an official government one. The invoice also contained inconsistencies, including the metadata suggesting it was created after the state issue date, and language that's referenced a city audit process instead of a county one. So you apply for permits at the county level, but this is talking about some kind of city process. So there's an inconsistency there. The evidence points to an external impersonation campaign rather than a compromise of county systems. The biggest takeaway is that official branding, real case numbers, and familiar processes do not make payment requests legitimate. Any request involving money, especially one changing payment instructions or requiring a wire transfer, should always be verified through a trusted, independent channel. Best regards and keep up the great work. Thank you, Tony. This is a really good story.
Yeah.
I almost made this my story this week, by the way.
Okay.
But I have another one. But I'm fascinated by this kind of thing. Somebody went out there, found some information online, and said, look, here's all the contact information for this guy that applied for this permit. I'm just going to try to screw him out of $5,000.
Yeah.
And apparently was successful.
Yeah. Wow. I guess, I mean, that's the flip side of having this information publicly available.
Yeah. Yeah, we talk about that frequently.
Yeah.
Now, you want transparency in government, especially at the local level.
Right.
Maybe I should say now, especially at the federal level.
Just all levels.
You
just want transparency in government,
that's
full
right.
stop.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for helping clarify that.
It all being on the open internet, one wonders, what have we opened?
What is that?
What Pandora's box has,
Yeah, well, it's like Ben and I over on the Caveat podcast talk about this all the time, that it's a velocity issue, right? It's because it's on the internet, you're able to vacuum up all this information so quickly.
Right.
Where in the old days, you would have had to go down to City Hall or the Department of Records.
Yep. Not only that, but now you can
sweat equity. Yeah.
You can suck it all up. Then you can pump it all into an LLM.
Right.
And say, hey, structure this data so that I can, just give me the information in this structure to aid me in my scam.
Yeah.
And maybe you even have an LLM that goes, yeah, sure, I'll help you do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty. If you go to Hugging Face, you can get those LLMs that don't have guardrails on them.
Right.
Yeah, and if you combine it with just open source information that's just, or maybe open source is not the right word, but information that's just publicly available on the internet that's non-governmental, thinking like Open Street View type stuff. The barrage that we've seen of bad actors doing really gnarly things with people's public information is just really. I was reading a thread the other day. People asking, it's so annoying that the previous owner of my house opted to blur the house on Google Street View. I can't get it unblurred. Why would anyone choose to do this?
Why wouldn't you choose to do that?
Well, that's my point of view too. However, it was really fascinating reading just thread after thread of people just going, I don't understand why somebody would opt out of this kind of a convenience.
Right.
So it was like, well, you combine that kind of Google Street View, for example, with all the publicly available information through, your town or your city, and you can make some pretty scary scams that we've talked about a whole bunch of times. So for me, same as you, Joe. I'd be like, why wouldn't you want to keep that blurred? But
right.
I, in one case, people were saying, hey, I own a business and now people can't find me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I could see that being annoying, but...
Put a sign out front. There's a guy in my neighborhood who has a big sharpening service sign right in his front yard. Sharpening service. And I'm like, oh, I might go there and see what he sharpens.
Well, he can't sharpen a blurry image.
Right. Oh, nice. Ooh, nice,
Good
Maria.
call, Maria.
Oh, see? Oh, I didn't even... Oh, I'm so jealous I didn't come up with that one first. Sharpening service for the blurry Street View images.
There you go. That's why I'm here.
So good. It's so
I
good.
didn't even know that I was setting that one up.
All right.
That is
right.
awesome.
Wow. All right.
Well done, Maria.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. 2 points for Gryffindor. All right. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with some stories after this. Stay with us. All right. We are back. And Maria, you're up first this week. What do you got for us?
Well, I've got just a kind of a quick story that I thought was really fun, I guess. This was from Mallory Sofastaei in
Sofastaei.
Mallory Sofastaei.
Regular guest on our show.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So this is the Mallory.
Yes.
This is the Mallory.
All right.
Yeah.
This is y'all's territory. So Mallory Sofastaei. Sofastaei. Oh my God, I did it twice.
Maria.
Okay, let me try that a third time to get it right. This is by Mallory Sofastaei.
Nice. Well done.
Did I get that right?
That's her.
Thank you. My brain overwrote my mouth when I was just looking at how it's written, and
that's not an easy name.
It isn't. No.
As someone with a not easy last name,
yep.
I feel a little bit of a shame that I messed that up. But anyway, this one comes from Mallory, and I thought this was a really funny kind of story, I guess. It was basically, there was a jury duty scam that was targeting a woman in the Annapolis, Maryland region. And her name is Nadine O'Drain. What a great name, just for the record. That's amazing. And the scammer that called her was from a local phone number, and she figured, well, this could be my doctor's office, so that is why she picked up the phone. I was like, okay, she's an elderly woman. I could see that line of thinking. It makes sense. And the person on the other end of the line was saying that she had missed a jury duty summons. We've talked about scams like this a lot, so that's a sort of familiar script to a lot of us here. And the scammer told her, hey, you failed to appear in court for your jury duty, so we're going to charge you a $4,500 fine. And then also contempt of court, we're throwing that in for just good measure. And that's another $4,500 fine. And Ms. O'Drain, thankfully, her antenna went up immediately going, what? Like, this doesn't make a lick of sense. And that was sort of the first red flag for her. But the thing that actually made this scam completely fall apart is my favorite bit of detail. The local shibboleths gave the scammer away. So apparently the scammer said that he was from the federal court and he pronounced the town see, this is, I'm not from your region, so I don't know how to pronounce any of this.
Oh, we're here to correct you.
Yes, please. So
this is how we tell people aren't from around here, by the way.
That's right. Well, that's how we do it for a lot of these things, right? He said Servin instead of Severn.
Severn.
Oh my God, I wasn't even close. Okay, Severn.
Severn.
And then also said Annapolis instead of Annapolis. I think I got that one right.
Annapolis, yeah.
And then he said that she could pay the fine on a place called Church Street. And she said, well, there is no such place. It's Church Circle. That said, but he had all of her personal data to validate that, try and make his claims sound real, like all that public data that we were just talking about. He was trying to make her scared and go, listen, I know all about you. I've got all this info on you. But he clearly had no idea how to pronounce anything locally. And she was going, you're not from around here. I don't think you know what you're talking about, and hung up on the guy.
Yep.
It was... I love that the local shibboleths gave this all away.
I've never heard that word, shibboleth.
Which shibboleths? Yeah, I don't know that either.
Oh gosh, sorry. Maybe I'm misusing the word. My understanding of that word is it's sort of like an insider knowledge that indicates to other people that you are of that in-group. Oh. So for a lot of us, it's knowing how to pronounce local places and the weird way that local places are often pronounced.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend who lives in Hudson Valley, New York, and there's a bunch of really quaint little villages out there that have names that are very familiar, but they're all pronounced exactly the wrong way. Like the town of Milan, New York, instead of Milan, which is why, stuff like that. It just gives you away instantly that you ain't from around there.
Right.
So I just love that was how she figured out that the scammer wasn't from around there. And a lot of times you don't, especially for smaller area, smaller places in a region, you don't have the pronunciation as readily available. So it just gave him away. And I just love that. So I don't know.
I have
that was a great little bit of color.
I have a very kind listener of the Cyberwire who is from the United Kingdom, and writes me whenever I butcher the name of a small town in the UK,
right?
because they're all like Hertfordshire, and he's very nice about it, and I appreciate it. I
Smithwicks.
I do try to, the Scunthorpe is the one that causes spell check error problems. But
Smithwicks, right? Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
there's so many of those. You name a region, everyone's got them. So I just love that could actually be, that gave away the game in this case. And she basically
what's
said,
up your way, Maria? That gives a
in
dead giveaway.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. Are there any up there? I'm sure people aren't particular about it, the locals or anything.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. People don't get all up-ons about how you pronounce Worcester or Peabody or Billerica but I know we're not unique in that. I think every region's got stuff like that. So
I thought about making a video going, how Marylanders know you're not from around here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all kinds of things like this. Like I'm sorry, Maria, I stepped all over it. You were going on, but...
No, I was thinking about the differences in how you pronounce the same town in two different regions. Like I know in Pennsylvania it's Lancaster, but there's also a Lancaster, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
But if you pronounce it Lancaster in Pennsylvania, they will run you out of town.
Right.
So
you have to say Lancaster.
Yeah, Lancaster.
My son-in-law is from that region and very adamant about it's Lancaster.
Yeah.
Yep. But Lancaster, Massachusetts. Yep. It's
what? And there's I know there's Monticello, New York, and then Jefferson's plantation is Monticello in Virginia. Mm-hmm. They're both spelled exactly the same. And the thing that makes me know immediately when someone is not from around here is when they say Ellicott City.
Yes, I was going to say the same one.
Ellicott City. We don't say Ellicott, we say Ellicott.
Yeah, I tell people Ellicott rhymes with delicate.
Right.
Interesting. Well, there's so many. It's like infinite amounts, and it's a 50-50 on if you're going to get it right half the time. So I wonder when AI will catch up to understanding these sort of local jokes in pronunciation. I keep using the word shibboleth because I really don't know what else to call this. I'm sure there's a better word for it, but that's just sort of how I think of them.
We've got another town not far from here that's pronounced Bowie.
Bowie,
but
right.
It's spelled Bowie, like David Bowie. Yeah.
Oh, gee, I would never get that right.
No,
I would
why would
go
you?
for David Bowie.
Right? No, why would you? Yeah, there's no reason you would.
Yeah, there's a university there, Bowie State.
Yeah.
And people from out of town call it Bowie State.
Yeah, and those people are wrong.
Yes, they are. They just pronounce Bowie.
Yeah, I guess flip side though, if you did pronounce everything correctly and you were from that area, that would give more credence to the scam. So I suppose that could be weaponized in that way too. But in this case, thankfully, it worked in Miss O'Drain's advantage. So I'm glad to hear it.
When I was a student at the University of Maryland, there's a building there called Tolliver Hall, and it's spelled Taliaferro. And that was how you knew the freshmen on campus. So they'd ask you, and I was one of them, how do I get to Taliaferro Hall? And they would look down and shake their head at you ruefully.
And you can tell the freshman girls because they were still carrying purses. And then the freshman guys would always have 2 straps of their backpack on.
Oh, okay.
But
that's very of its time, Joe.
Yeah.
The straps of the backpack thing.
Right.
Yeah, I think they've gotten over that one.
Yeah.
That doesn't. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Actually, I don't think a lot of high school girls carry purses anymore, but back in the 80s, they sure did.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think young people care about one strap.
No.
They like having their spines going in the right direction.
That's right.
Yeah. I've adapted now. With my backpack, I have to wear 2 straps. I can't just sling it one strap. I put it on, and my wife makes fun of me. And being a child of the 80s herself,
Does
anyone under the age of 40 know what the heck we are talking about?
Probably not.
I really wonder.
No, but Joe's backpack is the size of a international shipping container.
Yes,
so
that's true. I have seen it. It scares me.
Yeah,
I feel bad for your spine.
It has its own zip code.
That's true.
Joe's backpack.
Right.
Does it qualify as a weapon in some situations? I'm sure it could.
Yeah.
Right. Sir, you're going to try to carry that on the plane? Okay. All right.
I do have a hard time getting through the TSA with it multiple times.
I don't doubt it.
Although I do get comments, this is an awesome backpack, and I tell them this is the best backpack I've ever owned.
Mm-hmm.
All
right,
anyway.
Let's move on.
Okay.
We'll have a link to Maria's story in the show notes. Joe, you're up. What do you got for us?
I have something that has a lot of similarity to Maria's story, but this comes from our It Can Happen to Anyone department.
Okay.
This happened to Matt Gutman, who is a CBS chief correspondent for their news department.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about him. He frequently covers scams. So he posted on X that on July 10th that he a tweet. I guess what is it now called? An X? It's not a tweet anymore if you're not on Twitter.
I don't know what you call it.
All right.
An exclamation.
You're helping, Dave. I just got scammed. So here's what happened to him. He had a call from his bank from the fraud protection department, and fraud protection is in quotes here, and it said, "People are illegally withdrawing money from your account," is what the person on the phone said. And this person had a name, a badge ID, which I don't know why a bank employee would have a badge ID and not an employee number. But here's the most interesting part, is that they had insider knowledge about his bank account. They had some other information that was convincing enough. And what he said is, "We suspect that there is significant fraud activity at the branch where you bank." So the caller told him that the fraudsters are inside the bank, and he had to help catch them. So here's what you do. You go to your local bank, you take out a big pile of cash, and that will prompt the scammers to act inside the bank, right?
Okay.
And now they give them a little bit of isolation here. They say, don't tell anyone at the bank because they may be in on it. Right?
Right.
So now here's the interesting part. Matt was actually convinced, based on the caller's knowledge of his account and a little bit of coincidental timing, there had been some recent fraud activity on his daughter's account, which, we talk about this all the time as well. This is a numbers game for these scammers.
Right.
And when you think to yourself, how could somebody fall for this? Well, think about Matt's situation. Matt's daughter just had actual fraudulent activity on her bank account. Here's the bank saying, oh, now they're doing something to your account.
He's primed.
He's primed already by his circumstances, not by anything else. These guys didn't have to do any of the work.
Coincidence, but they got lucky.
It is just a coincidence.
Yeah.
So he goes to the bank, and he went to the teller, and he starts withdrawing funds. And then this thought occurs to him. He goes, I'm going to quote the article, "There is no way this is possibly real, that anyone would use a regular civilian for a sting operation at a bank."
Good thought.
It just dawned on him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, but also he's a journalist, so, I mean, maybe they're thinking he could be help. I mean, I could imagine him going, as a journalist, maybe I could help with the sting, and this is a scoop or something. Or
If nothing else, this is going to make a great story, which it did.
Which it does.
Which it did, but not for the reason he thought, yeah.
Right. So, thankfully, he had thought this before it was too late, and he didn't lose any money. But he said the scary thing was that he found out that these scammers often make these calls, and then they know what you look like, and when you walk out of the bank, they rob you.
Oh.
I mean, it's an old up close and personal robbery.
Yeah, dang, kind of retro.
Yeah.
Did you just get mugged? Oh my God.
Yeah, just get mugged
terrible.
after, go take $5,000 out of your bank account. And then you walk out of the bank with $5,000 cash, and somebody sticks a gun at you and says, "Give me the money."
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And you're like, "What money?" He says, "We know you just withdrew $5,000 from your bank account." Oh.
Boy.
Because we're on the inside.
Yeah. The story has a quote from Joshua Copeland, who is an adjunct professor at Tulane University, and he teaches a bunch of stuff, including risk management and cybersecurity. He says the traditional phone scams typically involved contacting large numbers of individuals with generic narratives, and contemporary scams are increasingly personalized. And Copeland called this a deliberately orchestrated social engineering operation rather than a random call. So this is something that these people targeted. Now, I'm going to bet that these guys had some kind of information, because Copeland says that scammers get this information from social media, public records, and data breaches.
Right.
And then they use some kind of caller ID spoofing, which for some reason is still a thing.
Yep. Gosh.
To bolster their credibility.
Right.
I'm going to bet that behind the scene, what these guys are doing is they're taking all this data and pumping it into another LLM, and they're coming up with all these different cases where they can just start with a very targeted and probably much more, well, I'm going to not say probably, a much more successful, higher rate of success script that they can talk to somebody and convince them that they're real. So there's a great bit of advice in here that comes from Darius Kingsley, who is the head of consumer fraud and scam prevention at JP Morgan Chase. He says, if you receive a call from someone claiming to be your bank, the best thing to do is hang up and call your bank on the number on the back of your credit card. And he also provided another simple rule to follow that should protect you from most types of scams. Don't send money. Avoid sending money to anyone you've only spoken to online or by phone. So that's, I don't know, I think that's probably good advice. I still like to do a lot of things by cash and check in person. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I mean, I think this is good advice, generally speaking.
Yeah. I'm curious about how they got information about his bank account.
Yeah,
so I'm curious for the two of you. Do either of you still get paper accountings from your bank mailed to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think I do. No.
I don't think I do either. But it seems to me like that could be a way if I had somebody keeping an eye on your mailbox.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Just
that has definitely happened to me in the past, where some stuff that was in the mail or recycling caused issues later for scam purposes.
I hadn't thought about recycling. Yes. Recycling.
Yeah. Yep.
I do shred those documents.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got lazy. I remember thinking, there's no way anybody's going through my trash.
Right.
This was years ago. I learned the hard way that actually, yes. So it can happen. Happened to me. So
because if somebody just had a bank statement, they could say, I'm looking at you were at the grocery store 2 weeks ago and you spent this amount, and how would they know that?
Right.
So maybe it's something like that.
Yeah, it could be as simple as
something as
diving.
simple as his information was lost in a breach and he hadn't changed his password. I mean,
could be that
people
too.
do it.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. If on your bank account, multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication.
Please,
yes, indeed.
Unique
Anything
passwords,
having to do with
all
money.
that good stuff. Yeah.
Anything having to do with money. Yeah. All right. Well, interesting story. And we'll have a link to that in the show notes. I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break here. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, we are back. And my story this week actually is generated from an email I got from one of our regular listeners. This is a listener and regular contributor. This is someone who enjoyed a career in federal law enforcement, but requests anonymity. I know who this person is, so I can vouch for them, but they don't want their name used on the show, so I respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought this was pretty clever. Now, Maria, I know you are a Star Trek fan.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, which is your when I say Star Trek, which is your Star Trek? Which version?
I mean, the one that is mine is The Next Generation, but I have to say my favorite is Deep Space Nine.
Okay. Yeah,
which I know gets people going, but Next Generation is the one I grew up with. So
I like
me too.
Next Generation. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah,
I am also more of a Star Trek person than Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a Star Wars person than a Star Trek person. In fact, I remember the first time my neighbor kid asked if I wanted to go see this new movie, Star Wars. I thought to myself, that sounds a lot like Star Trek, and I don't like Star Trek, but all right, I'll go. Little did I know how much it was going to change my life.
Yeah, you're kind of an equal opportunity Trek and Wars fan. I
am, but Star Wars is closest to my heart, but I do love particularly Next Generation Star Trek. At any rate, what our listener wrote in about was, I think, very interesting guidance and metaphor for the kind of things we talk about. They said, looking back, one of the things that stands out to me about Captain Kirk, and I will add, and Captain Picard, is that when an unknown spacecraft suddenly appeared on the view screen, his first response was not to assume hostile intent, but neither was it to assume friendly intent. He recognized a simple reality. He did not yet understand the situation. His response, Maria?
Shields up.
Shields up.
Or
right?
Yellow alert, as I think they introduced in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Not because he knew there was a danger, because he did not yet know. Our listener says, I think there's a lesson here for how we handle unexpected phone calls, text messages, emails, and other inbound communications. When an unexpected caller claims there's a problem with your bank account, your computer, taxes, package, or anything else of consequence, remember that you have just entered a situation you did not create and do not yet understand. There is no requirement to solve that problem in real time, on their timetable, on their terms, within an environment they control.
Damn, tattoo that on your forehead. That's just brilliant right there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We should make t-shirts.
Yeah, yes. I preach. That's so great. Yep.
Right. He goes on. He says, instead, this is an unknown situation. Shields up.
Yep.
Understand the situation. Adjust your posture accordingly. Shields up does not mean panic, paranoia, or assuming everyone is a scammer.
Yes. Yes, Joe.
That's for me, isn't it? I have a
like
great
how you
story.
instantly fessed up. You're like,
Mr.
yep.
Mr. Kerrigan, I am your mailman. It is my job to put these letters in your mailbox.
You stop bringing those pills to my house.
I am wearing a United States Postal Service uniform.
You can buy those on Amazon.
Right.
I'm driving a postal truck.
Probably also get that on Amazon. How
My
deep does this
steering wheel
conspiracy
is
go?
on the right side of the car. That's just a British car.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
It means adopting a protective posture until you understand what you're dealing with. Slow things down. Create time and distance. Maintain control of the situation, then decide what happens next. Many scams succeed because people feel compelled to act before they understand. The moment someone tells you there's a problem is often the moment your shields should go up.
Interesting.
Wow.
This
Brilliant.
is great.
Absolutely
right?
brilliant. Yep.
I got this email and read through it and immediately wrote back and said, "Can I use this on the show?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Yes, please, please."
This is great.
We should just read this every week. It's just perfect, honestly.
We should put this in the show closer. Remember, there's no need for you. There's no requirement that you solve a problem in real time on the caller's timetable, on their terms, in an environment they control.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what somebody
Absolutely
should do is make refrigerator magnets.
Yes.
Right?
Somebody should reach out to Bill Shatner and say, "Listen, can you please read this for us?"
Oh, wow.
Could you imagine if we could get him to read this?
That would be awesome.
Oh, we can't afford it though, but it would be amazing.
We'll get producer Liz on it to
Patrick Stewart, maybe?
Shatner, Patrick
Definitely
Stewart.
cannot afford Patrick Stewart.
I don't know. Are there any Star Trek captains who are down on their luck right now who might need? I don't know. Haven't worked in a while.
Shatner's doing a lot of lawyer commercials.
Yeah.
Scott Bakula, yeah.
Who played the Borg Queen? Maybe we can get her.
Oh.
I don't know.
The Borg Queen.
What's Michael Dorn up to these days?
He's still working? Oh, we could probably get Michael Dorn. Oh, yeah.
He's a good guy.
I know Brent Spiner. We could probably get Brent Spiner.
Yeah.
I would die. Just for the record, I would actually die. So, don't think I could handle it. Or John Delancey. I would also actually die.
John Delancey.
Oh, yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But,
can you imagine Q telling you this?
Q telling you that.
I would die.
But what does Q care? He'll just go around your shields anyway.
That's true.
If you don't like the laws of physics, you can just change them. Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Shows up with a mariachi band, puts cigars in your hand.
I do like Q for all those reasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
And John Delancey kills that. I mean, just is so good in that.
Yeah, he's really good.
We
he's
can
good
maybe get Robert Picardo.
He is.
Oh, man.
Robert Picardo?
Robert Picardo. Yep.
Yeah.
What about Will Wheaton? He's nerdy enough.
No.
No, I will not stand for Will Wheaton slander. He's amazing. I love him. So
No.
Don't be mean to him. I don't like that.
As long as I can say, "Shut up, Wesley," we're good.
No, don't say that.
Man.
That's so mean.
Well, okay. Well, Joe, you're off the show.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's come down to this.
Listen, we're talking Star Trek. I'm going to stand up for Wesley. He was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's he doing on the bridge?
That's not his fault.
Yeah, I know. That's the writer's fault.
Yep. Blame Gene Roddenberry.
Well, again, thanks to our listener for sending this in. Good stuff. And absolutely appreciate it. And thanks
Jonathan
again.
Frakes. That's who we should get to read it.
Jonathan Frakes, yeah.
Be good. How about
he does a
Whoopi
great
Goldberg?
Shields Up. Guinan telling you to shields. Okay, I'll stop now. Sorry.
Yeah. My wife actually spoke with Whoopi Goldberg on the phone once.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's very nice. She was very nice, as you would expect.
I would imagine. That's cool.
All right. We would love to hear from you. If there's something you'd like us to talk about on the show, please email us. It's hackinghumans@n2k.com. Joe, Maria, it is time for our Catch of the Day.
Dave, our Catch of the Day was sent to us by a listener named William. And the subject of this email is, "I need your forgiveness," in all caps. Maybe I should just yell it. It claims to come from someone named Mr. James Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm gonna guess it isn't from someone named James Morrison.
All right. Do you want me to do the honors?
Yes.
All right.
Good luck.
Goes
Wow.
like this. I need your forgiveness. I am an internet fraudster and scamming people for the past 22 years. I made over $450 million over the years with all kind of expensive cars, houses, and living extremely rich life. I made so much money from scamming people, but now I realize that nothing good lasts forever and no amount of money can buy life. I've been hospitalized for months on a life-supporting machine over lung cancer, and my doctor said I less than 48 hours on this earth. Yesterday, my pastor visited me at the hospital, and while he was praying, He told me to confess my sins and ask God for forgiveness. Then I confessed to my pastor how I used to scam people and how I made over $450 million from defrauding people through internet. Then my pastor said that I needed to give all those money and properties away, especially to those I defrauded. But unfortunately, most of the people I defrauded are late now, but I have decided to split all those money to everybody found on my computer contacts.
That's one sentence, isn't it?
It is. I have listed all the email names on my contact list and decided to compensate all the people I found on my contact list with a sum of $500,000 each.
Hallelujah.
And to be honest, 90% of the people I defrauded was from America. So I'm doing exactly what my pastor said, that I should return all those money back to those I collected it from before I can seek the face of the Lord. I have selected all the American contact details on my computer, and yours was among them, probably. You and I might have something in the past, but that I can't remember anymore, because all that matters to me now is pay back this money so I can be free to seek the face of God. And for these reasons, I have already concluded an arrangement with my bank to pay the sum of $500,000 each to any name submitted by my pastor. The bank can only make payment to only those names submitted by my pastor, as I have handed all the payment transaction to him as the only one I can trust at the moment of knowing that I might not even be alive in the next 48 hours, as the doctor said. So, I will advise you to kindly contact my pastor with below details. Name: Reverend Pastor Francis Easy of Living Faith Church of God. Please, you have to contact my pastor immediately for your compensation of $500,000 from me, and also find it in your heart to forgive me. And if this is all I have to do for God to have mercy on my soul and forgive me, then I am ready and willing to give away all the money and the properties besides. What is the need?
He's ready.
What is the need of money, luxury cars, and houses when you don't have a life? It's better I return all this money rather than leaving it at the bank for those corrupt bank managers or even the government to take over all my assets when I'm gone. So please, you have to contact my pastor for your $500,000 compensation, and do remember to forgive my mistakes, as I'm not sure if I will still be alive for the next 48 hours, just like my doctor said. Yours truly, James Morrison, a.k.a. Hush Puppy. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hush Puppy.
Hallelujah.
So.
Wow. You know, It's a shame with all that money he couldn't afford any punctuation.
Right.
He's going to die from running out of breath.
Right.
I was going to die from running out of breath.
Right. And you don't even have lung cancer like this guy does.
No.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
What the heck?
Well, a lot going on here. I mean, this is a scam we've seen before, right? This is the please help me give away my money scam.
Yep.
Pretty common.
Won't anyone take this free pile of money? Gosh.
Yeah, I can't find anyone. I'd say this is a new twist on it.
It is. I've not seen this one before.
No.
A lot of reaching out to or trying to appeal to people's religious sensibilities here.
Right. Yeah.
So
Go
ahead, Maria.
I was going to say, I really like that it actually starts by disarming you, saying, hey, I'm actually an internet fraudster. So you read it and you're going, okay, they're starting out honestly.
Right.
It's kind of an interesting tactic.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And lots of, obviously no punctuation and some sporty English. So gonna say this went through some kind of translation engine.
Yep.
Not a recent one.
I will ask, what does it profit a man if he gain the world yet lose his soul?
Yeah.
So this seems in line with a lot of thinking, but it's far from small O orthodox thinking. If you understand what I'm saying.
Sure.
I appreciate the clarification
Right.
on the small
Thank you, Reverend
orthodox.
Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Not a reverend.
So, what would likely happen if we engaged with these folks?
Oh, they're just going to give you advanced fee scams.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, they're going to ask you for money. In order to get the big money, you have to give them a little bit of money, which is, in this case, would probably be a few $1,000s.
Yep.
You would never see again.
That's right.
All right. Well, again, thanks to our listener, William, for sending that in. That was a great one. And we would love to hear from you. You can email us. It's hackinghumans@n2k.com. And that is our show, brought to you by N2K Cyberwire. We'd love to know what you think of this podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing world of cybersecurity. If you like our show, please share a rating and review in your favorite podcast app. Please also fill out the survey in the show notes or send an email to hackinghumans@n2k.com. This episode is produced by Liz Stokes. Our executive producer is Jennifer Eiben. We're mixed by Elliot Peltzman and Trey Hester. Peter Kilpie is our publisher. I'm Dave Bittner.
I'm Joe Kerrigan.
And I'm Maria Varmazis.
Thanks for listening.